Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're trying a demo. It's gonna be a Blood Moon Serenade. It looks vampire-y. Watch it be about werewolves. I like when a game's blind. I don't know. I don't want the spoilers, you know? So I'm very excited to try this out though. It looks really cool. Enter my name. As always, my name is Roses. If you've never been here before, I play video games. Usually vampire or dating sim related. Getting real serious. I'm in it! Whoa! I didn't want to be in full picture mode, but it's fine. Raul, the priest. All right. Cassius, the physician. Okay. A little too pretty, but Virgil, the puppet master. Pretty cool. I'm sold. They've sold me. Which boy are we gonna pick? Just kidding. Ooh, it's got cutscenes. I just add cool stuff. Will that be all for you, miss? Apple seller, okay. I tuck the napkin around the apples and nod. Yes, thank you. Have a good evening. You as well. I curtsy and leave the stall. That just about wraps up tonight's shopping. I'll make an apple pie tonight. It'll be a nice treat for father and I. A few of the stall owners call out to me in greeting. I wave and smile in return. Sometimes I envy them. Father would never allow me to run a stall by myself. He still sees me as his little girl. When I say I worry about him working hard all day, he just chuckles and pinches my cheek. He can be odd sometimes, but he means well. There's gotta be more than this provincial life, is what she's saying, and I get it. Weird. I click my tongue and shift the basket to the crook of my elbow. Even now, he's likely locked away in his study with his mysterious, important work again. What does he do in there? Will he ever tell me? I think I'm old enough to know certain things. Will I ever be able to do anything without worrying him? I pass through the town's main country yard, still lost in thought. Suddenly, bright laughter pulls me out of it. I slow down to watch a group of children gathered by the fountain. What's got them so excited? Oh, they must be watching another one of the puppet shows. That puppet master is an odd fellow. What's his name again? Virgil? The crowd parts, and I catch a glimpse of the puppet master. His hands deftly control the strings attached to his marionette's limbs. He may be odd, but he is handsome. I squint at the puppets, trying to discern their figures. Is that puppet supposed to be a monster? And the other puppet is a priest carrying a sword. What kind of show is he putting on for these children? As if reading my mind, Virgil looks up and waves the puppets in my direction. Hello, lovely lady. Care to enjoy some whimsical entertainment tonight? He winks and the children burst into giggles. Why do I feel like they're having a laugh at my expense? I curtsy and shake my head. No, thank you. I should be getting home. Virgil pouts and directs the priest puppet to bow. Suit yourself, young miss. I quicken my pace, the back of my neck suddenly hot. What an odd man. But he surely can't be that odd if children like him. Never mind puppets. I have dinner and father to worry about. Father, I'm home. I push the front door open, expecting father to greet me as usual. Instead, the front hall is dark. My voice echoes strangely, and I shiver. Why are the lights out? Father, are you here? Is there something wrong with the lights? I set my basket on the ground and rush down the hall. The door is shut with no light peeking through. I hesitate at the threshold. Father wouldn't like it if I entered his study without his permission. Perhaps I should check elsewhere in the house. Where should I look first? You're about to encounter your first choice. It's up to you how to respond. Why is it weird? Let's try the basement. I'll check the basement first. Maybe he's tinkering with the furnace again and lost track of time. I open the basement door. A lamp burns at the top of the stairs. Father, are you down there? I grab the lamp and walk down a few steps. Father, Only silence and cold darkness answer me. I shiver, it's like the 5th time we shivered, and close the door after blowing out the lamp. It's not like him to leave a lamp burning unattended. Something isn't right. I face the door to the study again, clenching my fists. Father will be upset if he finds out I entered his study. But what if he's in there and it is hurt? My concern wins out, and I take a deep breath and open the door. The study is empty. I touch one of the candle wicks and frown. It's cold. Father has been here for some time. Nothing appears out of place, but dread fills me when I see his satchel on the workbench. Father doesn't go anywhere without that satchel. Where is he? I walk to the window and pull the curtains back, peering out at the street. Why can't I shake this terrible feeling? A floorboard creaks, and I turn towards the door. Father, is that you? Glass flies through the air. Something crashes through the study window. Oh my god, that is scary. It lands with a dull thud on the floor. I shriek and stumble backwards, clinging to the doorframe. A creature crouches on all fours before me. Bloodshot eyes peer through filthy bangs as the fingers dig grooves into the floor. What is that? Is it human? Dark liquid covers its hands and lips. Is that blood? Something in the creature's face sparks a memory. Wait, I know this person. He's the apple seller. What happened to him? The creature growls and bares its sharp teeth before lunging at me. I duck just in time, scrambling to my feet and grabbing a nearby woodwork stool. The creature whirls around, its bloody hands curled into claws. My pulse thumps in my ears. What's wrong with him? Why is he attacking me? Did he hurt Father? Is that his blood? I hold the stool like a shield and move towards the broken window. Stop! Get away from me! With inhuman speed, the creature rips the stool from my hands and throws it against the wall. It splinters into pieces. Stop! Don't come any closer! The creature snarls, eyes fixated on my neck. It crouches again, prepared to leap. No, don't, please! My legs give out and I fall to the ground, shivering. No, I don't want to die. Suddenly, a blinding white light fills the room. What? The creature howls, shielding its eyes from the glare. I squint through watering eyes as the creature leaps out of the broken window. Just as quickly as it appeared, the light starts to fade. As my eyes adjust, I recognize my best friend, Raoul. My best friend? Okay. Raoul! Roses, are you alright? Raoul races to my side. His hands flutter over my shoulders, concern etched into his brow. Did it hurt you? No, I'm alright. I can't stop shaking. My throat hurts too. It's the shock. Here, have some water. Raoul takes out a canteen and opens it. Drink as much as you need. His kindness warms my heart. I take a few swigs of the cold water. Thank you, Raoul. No need for thanks between us. I'm only glad I got here in time before it could seriously hurt you. I recall the creature's growls and shiver with renowned fear. Sorry, serious. Raoul, its hands were bloody. And my father, what if it hurt him? Raoul frowns. Your father, he's not here. No, he wasn't here when I arrived home from the market. I was looking for him when the creature attacked me. I'm scared, Raoul. Hold me, Raoul, in your big, strong arms. He never leaves without telling me where he's going. I fear something's happened to him and that creature. Raoul gently clasps my hands. Roses, I've known your father for a long time now. He's a brilliant man. He wouldn't be overpowered so easily. We'll find him, I promise. Don't assume the worst has happened, all right? That won't help you or him. His earnest words melt some of my anxiety. Raoul always knows the right thing to say. You're right. I have to believe he's safe. I look around at the glass on the floor. Raoul, what's going on? What's wrong with that person? He's a freak, a monster, a degenerate. I got chapped lips from going to the Ren. It was awesome, and it was super hot, though, and very dry, and I drank as much water as I could, but I still am dehydrated. I bought apples from him at the market, and he was perfectly normal. Raoul squeezes my hand and takes a deep breath. Roses. There's some mysterious sickness that's starting to spread through town. It's driving people mad. People are falling victim to a scourge when night falls. It transforms them into savage, mindless beasts. They attack indiscriminately and can't stand sunlight or any other kind of bright light. That's why I used a beacon spell to scare it away. I've been performing last night's rites for 3 nights now. No one has recovered, and more have died from the attacks. Dread curls in my stomach. No one has recovered? Not a single person? None. The clergy have been assured that these are isolated cases in order to work discreetly. But I fear something else is going on here. I've been patrolling that night when I'm not with patients, and I've been checking your house to make sure you're safe. A furious knocking at the front door startles me. Brother Raoul, are you there? I'm in here, just a moment. Raoul helps me to my feet. Can you stand on your own? My legs feel a little wobbly, but I nod. I'll be fine. We make our way to the front hall, and Raoul steps in front of me. Stay behind me, just in case. Raoul opens the door a crack and peers through. I hang back as a panicked voice filters through the door. Brother Raoul, there's another victim. You need to come right away. Another one? Where? A street beggar in the Tanner's district. Dr. Cassius urgently requested you to meet him as soon as possible. Raoul nods and turns to me, gently holding my shoulder. Roses, I need you to stay home. Lock the doors, barricade the windows, and wait for me. Can you do that? I bite my lip, becoming all too aware of the dark, empty house. I don't like the thought of being alone again. Besides, I want to know what's going on. What should I say? I don't want to be alone. Oh, take me with you, Raoul. I clutch Raoul's arms. Please take me with you. I was so right. Oof. What if whatever's going on has something to do with Father's disappearance? Raoul growls and scratches his head. This sickness, it's horrifying, Roses. I don't want to see it set up close. I already have, Raoul. Please don't shut me out. I need to know what's happening. Raoul looks at me intently before taking a deep breath. Very well. You can accompany me. But if I sense any danger, please, you must leave. There's much we don't know about this scourge yet. I promise I'll be careful, Raoul. Raoul's lips curl into a small smile. I know you will. Let's go. Raoul and I follow the priest through the silent town. He leads us down an alley full of poorly constructed shacks. These shacks look abandoned. Did the sickness claim the people who lived here? Just how long has this been going on in secret? Did Father know anything about this and chose not to tell me? Dim light filters through the cracks of a shack at the end of the alley. The priest stops and points. It's that shack at the end there. Dr. Cassius is already inside. Good, thank you. Return to the church and notify the bishop at once. Organize 2 search parties as well. One for Rose's father, Dr. Gregor. The other for the apple seller. He's a victim. Right away, Brother Raoul. The priest bows and quickly leaves. I've never seen the sight of Raoul before. He really knows how to take charge. It gets my knickers in a twist. No wonder he's so highly respected at the church. Raoul squares his shoulders and turns to me. Are you sure you want to see this? It's gruesome. I stand my ground despite my fear. Yes, I want to see. If this is connected to Father, I need to learn all I can to help him. Raoul still looks uncertain, but nods. Very well. A thin cloth serves as a door. Raoul pulls it back just enough to peek through. Cassius, it's me. I'm coming in. The shack is small and cramped. A man struggles to restrain a woman within writhing on a pile of rags. Stay still, woman. I'm trying to help you. The woman lashes out, and Cassius utters a string of foul curses. He's my favorite. This is the doctor? Why is he wearing a mask like that? Cassius looks up and quickly beckons Raoul over. Priest, some assistance would be nice. Raoul rushes forward and grabs the woman's legs. Oh my god. She shrieks and gnashes her teeth, spittle flying from her lips. I stay by the entrance, reluctant to get any closer to the woman. It's as if she's lost all her humanity, just like the man who attacked me. What in the world is causing this animalistic behavior? I've never read about anything like this. With Raoul's help, Cassius manages to sedate the woman. Her movements slow, and a minute later she stills. Cassius sets the syringe aside and checks the woman's pulse. He then stands and fiddles with the ties of his mask. That should keep her down for a couple hours. He removes his mask, revealing sharp features and a jagged scar. Is the scar in the room with us? Oh, I see it. Okay. I smother a gasp. How did a doctor get such a scar? My word. Is that why he wears a mask? He certainly is handsome, though, despite his horrid bedside manner. Took you long enough, priest. I needed you an hour ago. I needed to help my friend, else I would have come sooner. Cassius eyes me up and then down. He has such an intense gaze. I don't think anyone's ever looked at me like that before. Unsure what to do, I curtsy. Hello, I'm Roses. Cassius glares furiously at Raoul. Why did you bring a civilian here? I didn't want to leave her alone. She was attacked by a victim at her home. Cassius furrows his brow at me. You were attacked? Did it scratch or injure you? No, it only frightened me. I arrived in time to cast a beacon spell. Her father is missing as well. He's the inventor. The inventor? What does he have to do with this? There might not be a connection, but the timing is odd. Cassius wipes sweat from his brow and sighs. I don't like this. We're having enough trouble keeping this under wraps. He jerks his head in my direction. I don't need her blabbering her mouth and causing a panic. I clench my fist in a sudden rush of anger. Does he always presume the worst in people? I wouldn't do that. Cassius doesn't look convinced, so distrustful. I turn my attention to the woman. Her hands and throat are discolored. Is she in pain? Cassius and Raoul stare at each other. I can only assume she is, but she won't be for long. This sickness is burning through the bodies like a wildfire. They all die soon, no matter what I do. At this point, I can only stop the infected from tearing apart everyone in this forsaken town. I gape. How is the sickness spreading? Cassius glares at the ground, jaw clenching. We don't know. Something like pity wells up in me. I feel bad for him. He must hate not knowing what's making people sick. The victims don't seem to be contagious, but the townsfolk don't stand a chance against their attacks. That begs the question, just how is it being transmitted? That was me, sorry. We had the same voice for a second. Cassius opens his mouth to reply when a sly voice interrupts him. The lady makes a good point, how indeed. Raoul and I turn to see a tall figure, I forgot how to do his voice already, leaning against the doorframe. Who are you? The figure chuckles. Oh, I'm just an observer. Nobody too important. The light isn't strong enough to make out his features, but I recognize his mismatched eyes. You're Virgil, right? The puppet master. Virgil smirks and bows low, stepping into the light. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I am indeed Virgil. Puppet master, befriend of the unfortunate, knower of secrets. More importantly, I am a man of questions. I want to pose one on you now. Haven't you brilliant folks noticed who exactly is falling ill? An irritated Cassius glares at Virgil. I'm not in the mood for games, puppet master. Do you know something about this sickness? Virgil hums in assent, eyeing the unconscious woman. I know this woman well. I just saw her the other day, and she was perfectly normal. She's a beggar, as is her eldest son, who is also a victim, yes? Raoul nods, lips turned down at the corners. Yes, her son was the first to succumb. All the victims have been poor or homeless, correct? Raoul's eyes widen. They have, all of them. Cassius crosses his arms over his chest, glowering at Virgil. What's your point? I flinch at his curt tone, but Virgil only taps an elegant finger on his temple. Think, you're the doctor here. Isn't it odd that only the disadvantaged citizens of our village are falling ill? Raoul inhales sharply in surprise. Many don't look too kindly on the beggars, the poor, the homeless. They wouldn't so much as bat an eye if they all disappeared or died. In fact, many would benefit from their absence. Virgil's words unsettle me. Do people really think like that? How horrible. Raoul frowns at Virgil. Are you saying poison is the culprit here? Cassius shakes his head. No, I've already ruled out poison. I look closely at Virgil, reassessing him. Maybe he's onto something here. Are you suggesting that someone is purposely infecting these people? But why? That scared me. It's so quiet. The scary zombie stuff. Virgil is about to reply when a wretched noise cuts him off. The woman is awake and looking around with manic eyes. Cassius stares at patient in disbelief. Impossible. That sedative should have kept her unconscious for another hour at least. Priest, help me hold her down. Will tries to secure her legs, but the woman is too fast. She leaps to her feet, hands curled into claws. Roses, stay back. Cassius is already preparing another sedative, eyeing the woman warily. Need. Her bloodshot eyes roll around the room before landing in front of me. Blood. Rich, sweet blood, mother. I want to run, but my limbs refuse to move. Blood? Did she say blood? The woman leaps at me, claws reaching for my neck. I scream, bracing for the blow. Oh, is that it? Okay. Whoa. What? Raoul shields me in the blink of an eye. Stay back. I duck to avoid her swiping claws. Cassius, what's wrong with her? I don't know. Raoul helps Cassius wrestle the woman away from me. Why was she trying to attack me? Even now, she reaches out to me, drooling. Her hands and throat are a horrid purple. It's too late to save her. The discoloration is already setting in. Priest, you need to perform the last rites now. The woman twists and turns in his grip, eyes never leaving mine. I force myself to take a step back. Even as she dies, she won't look away from me. Tug on my sleeve startles me. Virgil beckons me to the door. Come with me, my dear. There's nothing we can do. Virgil tugs more insistently. We're just in the way here. Let them work. I reluctantly follow Virgil outside the shack. The boards of the shack block out the worst of the woman's rasping cries. I shudder as I hear Raoul begin the last rites. That poor woman. Just what in the world is causing this terrible affliction? And why did she attack me specifically? There are so many unknowns here. I don't like it. I glance sidelong at Virgil. What else do you know about this sickness? You seem to know more about what's going on than Raoul and Cassius. Virgil blinks. Do I give off that impression? I only know what I'm told, and many people like to tell me things. I'm a wonderful listener. So, now it's my turn to listen. Tell me, what do you know, please? Some strong emotion flashes through his eyes, too quickly for me to identify. Virgil hums and taps his chin, pretending to be deep in thought. Well, my dear, there's something you should know. Listen closely. He crooks his finger, beckoning me closer, a sly gleam in his eyes. I gulp and lean in. There's more to this world than meets the eye. He gestures to the shadows around us. Like a double-sided mirror, another more sinister world lurks in the shadows. I raise an eyebrow. What mischief is he cooking up? Another world? Virgil nods, hands dancing as he speaks. A dark underworld full of monsters that look just like you and me. They delight in spreading terror and death wherever they please. Long ago, they receded into the very darkest corners, patiently waiting for a time when they might recover their former glory. His voice lowers to a husky whisper. But the shadows are growing darker, and the monsters are tired of hiding. I can only stare at him in a horrified wonder. Are these the kind of stories you tell with your puppets? You must be giving those poor children nightmares. Virgil blinks, taken aback, before snickering. Ah, but even the children know better than to dismiss my words. I gaze into the shadow of the alley, his words echoing in my head. Does such a world actually exist? Do monsters like that really walk among us? It sounds like something out of one of my books. A sudden chill crawls over my skin and I shudder. You're shivering. Did I terrify you that much? I'm just really cold tonight, apparently. Virgil unwraps one of the scarves from his waist before I can respond. Here, wear this. It'll keep you warm. It wouldn't do for you to fall ill. The good doctor is busy, after all. He winks, his grin full of mischief. Are you not cold? He wrinkles his nose. No, I don't feel the cold much. I've grown accustomed to long, dark nights. I look back and forth between Virgil and his scarf. It does look warm. It's nice of him to offer, but something tells me his kindness comes with a price. What should I do? Why is this an option? Is this a phone game? Am I stupid? We're gonna accept, because what else would I have to give him for it? Well, thank you. As I reach for the fabric, Virgil clicks his tongue. Allow me. I freeze as he steps close and slings it over my shoulders like a shawl. He's so close. But he smells nice, like jasmine flowers. Wait, why am I noticing how he smells? Get a hold of yourself. He fusses over the wrinkles before stepping back to admire his work. There, isn't that better? He tilts his head, eyes crinkling at the corners. Everyone thinks he's a madman. But are the mad kind like this? My cheeks are burning. I'm grateful it's too dark for him to notice. Much better, thank you. A loud shriek from the shack startles me. I stumble slightly and a warm arm wraps around my shoulders. No falling now. Wouldn't want my best scarf to get dirty. His words are light, but his gaze is focused on the shack. Another shriek splits, causing me to wince. Should we? Virgil shakes his head. No, she'll be dead soon. I'm shocked by his flippant words. It takes me a moment to find my voice. But you said you know that woman. If that were someone I knew, I'd want to comfort them in their last moments. Virgil shrugs, removing his arm from my shoulders. She's just one of the many lost souls in this town I've become acquainted with. But she's not human anymore. I see no point in watching her die. Virgil stretches his arms over his head, yawning. I stare at him, struggling not to gape. How can you be so unaffected in the face of death? Virgil blinks lazily, reminding me of a cat. We're all death's puppets in the end, no? He smirks and taps the tip of my nose with his finger. You're cute when you're flustered. I bat his finger away, flushing. Stop that! You're avoiding the question. Am I? He taps my nose again and jerks his hand away before I can swat it. Really? Teasing at a time like this? No one's teased me like this before. I feel out of my depth. But I'd much rather tease you than answer difficult questions. You're such a cute toy. The blush on your cheeks is the balm of my weary soul. You're incorrigible. Such a complicated word to call a simple man. You wound me, my dear. I'm taking my scarf back. Quick as lightning, Virgil whisks the scarf off my shoulders. Hey! Virgil hums in contentment as he ties the wrap back around his waist. Much better. I bite the inside of my cheek to keep from smiling. I'd never admit it out loud, but Virgil's teasing is a welcome distraction. He has this eccentric persona, but even he must get tired of that. Maybe he's distracting himself, too. Perhaps he's not as unaffected by this as I thought. I suddenly become aware of the heavy silence. Raoul stopped speaking the last rites. She must be gone. I close my eyes and say a quick prayer to the woman's memory. Hope she didn't die in pain. How is the sickness spreading? Are we all in danger here? I must say, her behavior tonight was quite odd. Odd? What do you mean? These monster attacks indiscriminately, but she was quite fixated on you. I inadvertently raised a hand to my neck at the memory, fear curling in my stomach. But why? Cassius walks out before Virgil can reply. Stop filling your head with your fantasy stories, puppet master. Virgil gasps and pretends to look offended. Who, me? I would never. Raoul appears behind Cassius, face drawn and pale. It's getting worse, Cassius. How many have died so far? Cassius and Raoul trade a grim look, clearly reluctant to tell me. Please, be honest with me. Yes, yes, honesty is always the best policy. Cassius sighs and rubs the back of his neck. 20 so far, all within the week. 20 people? The puppet master is right about one thing. It's primarily the poor and homeless who are falling sick. I've ruled out the water supply, but it'll be hard to trace it if something in the food. Cassius pinches the bridge of his nose. The wealthy won't lift a finger to help if the sickness is only affecting the lower class. I don't see how we're going to stop this. That manages to spark anger in me. I have to say something. Must you always be so pessimistic? How do you know the nobles won't help if you don't ask? I'm sure there's a way we can gather some more resources without causing a panic. I also think you could stand to be a bit kinder, especially to your patients. I clasp a hand over my mouth. I didn't mean to say that. Raoul gasps. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Virgil grinning with mad glee. Cassius crosses his arms over his chest, arching an eyebrow. I don't need to be a kind physician to save lives. I have to be realistic. We won't be able to save everyone. Part of me wants to apologize, but the words refuse to come. What happened to him to make him so fatalistic? That's enough. Arguing won't get us anywhere. We're all exhausted and stressed. We could stand to get a good night's rest. Then plan our next step with clear heads. Raoul's words smother the last embers of my anger. He's right. I am exhausted. It's not like me to confront people. It must be the stress getting to me. Father would be appalled if he saw me speak this way. Hope he's safe, wherever he is. Cassius clenches his jaw and gives Raoul a stiff nod. Good. That settles it. We'll meet in front of the church tomorrow at noon. If we all put our heads together, I'm confident we'll be able to find a solution. Virgil claps in delight. What fun! The finest minds in town, all bent on one purpose. Who invited you? Myself, of course. You don't think you'd get rid of me that easily, did you? I don't think your puppetry or stories will be much help. I'd rather not have you involved. Rolo lay a hand on Cassius's shoulder. Let him help, Cassius. He clearly wants to. I feel like saying something too, but I don't want to annoy Cassius any further. Should I defend Virgil? Say nothing. No, I'm good. Virgil could probably defend himself if need be. Besides, I don't think Cassius likes me much. I study the tense set in his shoulders and wrinkle my nose. I don't want to give him any more reason to dislike me. Fine. He can help. If you'll excuse me, I still have work to do. Good night. With that, he disappears into the shack. Virgil rolls his eyes. He's a tough nut to crack, isn't he? He flashes me a grin and bows low. Until noon, lovely lady. He's gone between one blink and the next. How did he do that? I didn't even hear him leave. He really is an eccentric fellow. A gentle touch on my elbow draws me out of my thoughts. We should leave, Roses. Are you sure you don't need to help Cassius? Rolo grimaces. I've offered to help him prepare the deceased numerous times, but he always refuses. He says since he couldn't help them in life, he may as well do what he can to help them in death. He said that? I look back at the shack wondering. Maybe there is much more to him than meets the eye. He can be stubborn, but he really does care. Raoul holds out his arm. You must be exhausted, Roses. I'll escort you home. Are you sure? My home is out of the way of the church. I'm sure you're tired as well. I don't want to leave you alone. Not while it's still dark out. His kind words send a thrill of heat up my neck. Raoul always looks out for others before himself. I smile and loop my arm through his. Very well. Lead the way. A pink flush stains the sky as we walk through the market square. Goodness, it's almost dawn. No wonder I feel so fatigued. Farmers and merchants are quickly setting up their wares. The smell of fresh bread fills the air. Just another day at the market to them. Do any of them know what's going on in the dark? Random Japanese? You must be famished. Shall I buy us breakfast? His soft smile melts some of my fear. He's right. It would probably help to eat something. Plus, spending time with Raoul will help ease my mind from last night. What should I do? We're gonna save. We're gonna stop here because it's just a demo and I don't know how long the demo is, and I've been falling into very long demo traps. So This looks interesting. I have to look more into it, see if it's like, if it's a phone game, if it kind of feels like that, but that sounds really rude, so I don't mean it like in a bad way. Because if it's already done, then we can just play it, you know, when it comes out, but I'm liking the art. The story's interesting. I don't know, like, the story's where it's gonna go. That's kind of fun. So, I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow. I love you. Goodbye.